Anyway, next question. Um, are there any games from Sony or Microsoft that you'd be interested in having them announce?
Having them announced?
Yeah,
Well,
like, are they
well, I would like to maybe announce a
like a
Sly
new Crash Bandicoot or Banjo-Kazooie or anything like that?
Well, I would like them to announce maybe a Sly 5. That'd be nice to see, just if they announce a Sly 5. Because Sly 4 kind of ended in a cliffhanger and everything, so that'd be nice to see a Sly Cooper 5 and stuff after the cliffhanger from Sly 4, which I'm not going to spoil for anyone, because I'm planning on doing a Sly 4, let's play sometime on my channel.
Self promo, son!
Whatever. But yeah, I'm planning on doing a Sly 4 let's play sometime on the channel. I don't want to spoil the ending for anyone, so yeah, that's one of the games I kind of wanted to see announced. What else? Maybe they can return some of the old games like Crash Bandicoot and Daxter maybe, but I highly doubt that would happen though. But I mean, but you never know for sure what they'll do. Maybe even a Last of Us 2. I don't know. I don't really play that much of that game, so I don't know, and I don't know how that game ends. So, and just rumors about maybe them creating a second one. I don't know. Think about other games, and I bet probably like a Halo 6 probably will be announced. I bet, or some Halo game probably will be announced, or something like that maybe, or just more information about like Halo games. I don't know. I'm thinking what else. Maybe think of what the Nintendo game that could. Oh, maybe a new Ratchet and Clank game. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Spyro. I don't know. Like I mean, the old Spyro's not Skylanders, but of course if that's highly, I doubt how that would happen. But yeah, just. Yeah, that's my opinion about that.
I speaking of Crash Bandicoot, I think all the teases that they've had in the last couple months, I think it's due that there's at least gonna be an HD remake of the first one, if not an entirely new adventure, for the PS4, or if they announce the PS5, God forbid, during the E3 conference. But yeah, I think Crash Bandicoot's gonna happen. I think they're gonna do something with Crash Bandicoot. As far as Microsoft goes, I think I'd love for a actual Banjo-Kazooie game and not another Nuts and Bolts, but you know, it really just depends on what they plan to do. I'd like more information on Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, me too.
Really, for Xbox, Banjo-Kazooie is all I can really think of. Cause,
I started the game maybe.
Yeah, I don't really know what... I mean, a Conquer game would be cool, but they have that weird virtual reality game instead of an actual new game, which disappoints me. But still, yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is all I can really think of as far as Microsoft goes.
I started another game, but I don't know how the ending ends or anything. Only played like the beginning of it, so I just shot the game or something. But Life is Strange 2 maybe? I don't know.
All I can really say is that all I can really think of would be like maybe a new Infamous game for the PlayStation 4.
Oh, yeah, that could work too. Or maybe, yeah,
maybe more.
Infamous 4, or whatever they decide to call it.
And has Gravity Rush 2 been released yet? Because if not, then they'd probably saw more details about that game at E3.
I have no clue.
Anyway, the next question is, and James Rose already kind of answered this one. Do you think Square Enix will have Final Fantasy 15, Kingdom Hearts 3, or the Final Fantasy 7 Remake? If so, when do you think these games will be released?
Well, Kingdom Hearts 3, probably maybe next year sometime. Then Final Fantasy 7 maybe the following year. I don't know. Of course, Square Enix, some of those things I have take a while to complete, so it might be 1 4 years before they come out. it might all depends on what information we get this year and everything about them and stuff. We see when everything try to predict when they'll release Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 7 remake. And also from the last question, I would like to see maybe they like just announce it, not show a trailer or anything, because the latest stuff came out this last fall, and plus the PS4 version hasn't come out yet for it, but the new Tomb Raider game maybe. But I guess we'll see at E3.
For me, I think both Final Fantasies are going to be shown off. I think I read not that long ago that they were planning on having the 7 remake. Obviously, it's going to be so big because of how enhanced it's going to look. I think they plan on releasing like multiple parts. I think 4 was the last time I read something. And I think they said they wanted the first part to be out by October this year.
Really?
So I could
Wow.
see them showing off stuff about that a lot more than the other game, but I still think it would be a fair share between them. Maybe 7 would be favored more because of its actual, last I heard, planned release window of being October, at least a first part of the enhanced story, but we'll see.
But yeah, I guess we'll see. Because pretty much all these questions we'll see at E3.
Well, I don't think that they'll release the first part of Final Fantasy VII this year, because if they do, then they'd be kind of shooting themselves in the foot for Final Fantasy 15, because as much as Square Enix has been hyping up that game and the fact that it is coming out this year, I honestly think that people are going to like completely ignore that game altogether if the first part of the remake is released this year, because like Final Fantasy VII is the fan favorite game of the series, and seeing an enhanced remake in high definition, something people have been wanting for a very long time, even more so than Final Fantasy 15 has even been announced. Then I think people are going to be ignoring 15 in favor of the first part of the 7 remake. So I think that's going to be released next year at some point. Maybe Kingdom Hearts 3 will also be released next year, but I'm a little torn about that because it still seems pretty early for it to be released. But obviously I think Square Enix is going to be selling all 3 of these games at E3.
Okay.
And my final question is, do you guys have any other predictions for this year's E3?
Any other predictions? Well, like any predictions? Maybe I know. Like I said, well, I mean, I don't not really other predictions, but I mean. Like I said, I mentioned earlier a bunch of different games to different series, but I really don't really have any other predictions about like that we haven't covered yet, really. As of right now, that I can think of as of right now.
Just general predictions. EA is going to show off about 70 sports games.
Oh yeah.
Bethesda is gonna. I want to see if Bethesda do a new IP. I'd like to see them announce a new IP or something like that.
Well, that'd be
at
nice.
Their conference.
Yeah. Maybe Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know. Of course, Fallout 4 just came out and stuff. Maybe they'll do more Fallout 4 DLC or something. I don't know.
I could see them announcing a new Elder Scrolls.
They might. They might just announce it. They might not. May not show anything like trailer, and may not show that. Maybe they just. I can see they just doing maybe announcing Elder Scrolls 6, but just announce it like how I think if they did that, it would be like it's Zelda U. Be like Zelda U on that. They just talk about for multiple years, and then like if you like two or three years down the road, they release like a trailer or something about it and more information about it. That's what I think if they announce an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, I could see either a new IP or Elder Scrolls 6 being
Yeah.
revealed, or at least teased.
Yeah, teased.
Microsoft, really probably just something about the Xbox One being a TV.
Yeah. Halo 6
Ubisoft.
maybe.
Ubisoft will probably kind of be like EA's and showing off their tied-in sports games, the new
Yeah.
Just Dance, maybe a new
Yeah.
Rayman they'll exclusively reveal in their thing. That I can maybe see.
Maybe EA can do a new Star Wars game.
Maybe.
Because they have Star Wars, so they have rights to create Star Wars games, so.
Sony, everybody's gonna praise it even if it's utter crap. And Nintendo, I just hope they show enough stuff of Zelda U and Pokemon Sun and Moon to
Yeah,
not be considered crap for skipping out potentially on an actual conference. So
last year's
see.
E3, last year's Nintendo E3 sucked compared to Microsoft and Sony's, and pretty much everyone else's. In my opinion. By the way.
Yeah, it definitely dropped in quality compared to the year before that.
Yeah, definitely. I would say it definitely did.
never forget their mess up when playing the Uncharted 4.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that's all of our predictions. So, do you two have any other questions you'd like to ask before we wrap this up?
No, I think we've
I
covered
think I'm
pretty
good.
much everything.
Yeah, same.
Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching this very long E3 predictions video. We'll probably end up splitting it into multiple parts. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Lady Gear to you, and they are
Green Cobras Gaming.
And the James
See you
Rolls.
So see you guys next time.
Thank
and
you
we
for
will see
watching.
you.
Green Cobras Gaming, Lady Gear to you, and the James Rolls E3 predictions. I'm out.
And I will see you next time.
Until next time, Lady Gear to you.